Yeah, so someone asked me a bit earlier when I did my live stream down at Ellen Road because I was just down at the ground about an hour and a half ago, a couple of hours ago, if I was because and I was kind of like, no, I probably won't. This will probably be my live for this evening. Um, Basically, I ended up down just to say goodbye to the lads, the Liverpool coach when he left Ellen Road. Um, and little did I know it, pretty much exactly the same time, ironically, whilst I was down there, that Mo Salah was giving an interview in the mixed zone to the effects of he's basically got no relationship with the manager, Arne Slot. He's been lied to. Um, he doesn't know what's going on. Brighton, this coming weekend could be his last ever appearance for Liverpool. And basically, long story short, that in effect he wants to leave Liverpool. I mean, so you're talking, what time are we on now? 11:15. Just under 4 hours ago, 4 hours and 20 minutes ago, we were 2-0 up, cruising to a win against Leeds United. And basically, since then, we've conceded not one lead, but two leads. We've gone from fourth in the table, technically, a couple of points off third, decent position, to now being in eighth position, approximately 10 points behind Arsenal, who are currently leading the Premier League. And now our superstar striker has just said in a bombshell interview that he wishes to leave the football club. I mean, literally, I just can't believe how from approximately 7:25, when I was getting ready to get all my stuff to go down the road, and I just thought that we were going to win. And just as I was leaving, I get an alert on my phone saying that we conceded another goal. And I believe from the point where we were about to win, we've now ended up with a draw from a two-goal lead, and one of the best players in the history of the football club now wants to potentially leave Liverpool. Now, I should just say Mo does have history for this. If I speak, there will be fire and so on. And so I do have thoughts. I'm not sure if they'll necessarily be popular. I don't think it's hugely appropriate for Mo to have done this at this specific time. And I do find it slightly coincidental he's going to the African nations. One could also say that this has basically been staged or planned. I don't know what to think at the minute. I'm leaning on the side of I'm not best pleased with the manager. I'm not best pleased with the club, but I'm certainly not best pleased with Mo. Um, to do that after a result like that when we're struggling so much in a season where obviously we've had tragedies and stuff, and obviously I'm not putting that Mo's door. Obviously, he's spoken about what's happened with Diogo and everything. He shouldn't be guilt tripped for that at all, and I'm not saying that, but it's not appropriate to be doing this at the moment, in my opinion. I actually feel slightly let down by the bloke because I've got a lot of respect for Mo, and obviously he's been a legend. Oh, which uh, Bird Lovers. Sorry, that's a cool name, by the way. Xavier Aristi. Hi, Xavier. How you doing? You all right? Lex, all right. You're such a good streamer. Your streams keep me going. Oh, thank you very much. So yeah, folks, if you just bear with me, I will answer comments and stuff and read exactly what Mo said. Sorry about the glare in my glasses, by the way. It's just because I'm looking at the laptop. So this is from the Liverpool Echo, right? For anyone who wants to listen. So I don't know if you've seen the interview. I know it's all over social media. I only literally found out about this about an hour ago. So I'm just going to read exactly what Mo Salah has said. So this is from the Liverpool Echo. So I'm just reading it word for word. I don't know what to say. Salah said, "It's kind of funny. I couldn't believe it. It's a disappointing result for us as a team. We conceded silly goals. Yep. I could not help my teammates because I am on the bench. I could not believe I was sitting on the bench for 90 minutes. That's the third time. It's the first time in my career, I think. I am very disappointed. I have done so much for this club over the years, especially last season. It seems um it seems like the club sorry, I just lost the feed there. Seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. That's how I feel it. Someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me a lot in the summer. Now I'm on the bench, so they can't say they haven't kept those promises. People are wondering what I'm on about, by the way. Lexi, I'm on about the Liverpool Leeds United match. Um, so, yeah. Stream quality bad. Can't help that, dude. Sorry. I'm only going to be on for a minute anyway. Um, I used to have a good relationship with Slot. Now we don't have any relationship, and I don't know why. Seems like someone does not want me in the club. I called my mom and my dad and told them to come to the Brighton game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm going to enjoy it. I am just going to be at Anfield and say goodbye to the fans before the African Cup of Nations because I don't know what is going to happen when I am there. It's not acceptable to me, to be fair. If I was somewhere else, every club would protect its players. Now it's throw Mo under the bus because he is a problem in a team. I don't think I am a problem. I am not fighting for my position every day because I have earned it. I am not bigger than the club. I am not bigger than anything, but I have earned it. Duh, duh, duh. It is what it is. In football, you never know, but I don't accept the situation. I have done so much for the club. I am sorry, I love Erling Haaland, I love him, but I am the current top scorer in the Premier League. I won the league in style. Absolutely, it hurts me. What I have done, it hurts. I know the club very. I have been here for many years. This one's brilliant, by the way. To Jamie Carragher is going to criticise me, but that's fine. Is there interest from Saudi Arabia? I don't want to answer that question because the club will take me in a different direction. I have done so much for this club. I love the fans so much and love the club. I don't know what is next. I'm scoring this generation since I came to the Premier League. I don't think anyone more. Can I give an example? It's silly. Harry Kane was not scoring for 10 games at Tottenham. Was Harry will score for sure. Now it's Mo needs to be on the bench. I don't know if someone wants me out. Don't put words in my mouth, please. Just how it feels. I asked, but I didn't see an explanation. It's just take it and swallow it. Arna told me I wasn't playing yesterday. I had a meeting yesterday. He knows my feelings. How bad is it that I have to answer that? Even the question, does he regret signing the contract? I will never regret signing for this club. I thought I was signing and ending my career here. Now, this is not according to the plan. In my head, why should it end this way? 5 months ago, I was winning awards. Now, why go in this direction? Everyone in the team is not in this form, but I am one who has to defend himself. No relationship with Slot, so no relationship with the manager apparently. It was a very good relationship. Now there is no relationship. No, I do not feel let down by my teammates. These guys, they know how much I love them, know how much I support them, even inside before the game, after the game. I am an experienced player. I've been in their position. I always support them. I always give them experience. But no, the players, they're not connected to the situation at all. Even if they support me so much, there's just much love between us players and respect. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good grief. My TV folks, that wasn't good, was it? So I've got my like GoPro thing on my mic stand. That wasn't me just falling over, by the way. Stream quality, but I hope it's better, user. Like I said, dude, I'm having a bit of trouble at the minute. The signal around here is absolute utter and complete garbage, to be honest. So, hey DT, how you doing? Oh DT, by the way, I watched a tiny bit of your stream about 20 minutes ago. I kind of had it on when I was listening to the missus. That sounds really bad. So I was kind of looking at what you were doing and, while the wife was talking to me. I, has anyone got a shovel? Yeah, but I love your background, dude. The not Gran Turismo, the what is it? The GTA background. That was really cool. Well done. Let's see which one. Like done. Don't think this is Liverpool season. Yeah, no. Which one I stopped watching at the 30 minutes. Yes. Hi. Yeah. You're all right. You haven't had a good. I was going to say you've not had a good day either. Well, you're damn sight better than we are at the minute. Let's not talk about Arsenal. Fine. Fair enough. Keto Ketchum. Hope you're well, brother. Hi, Keto. You're all right. Long time no here. Right, folks. I'm going to keep this brief because, well, quite frankly, I have rum in the fridge and it's Saturday night and I also have a leftover takeaway and I'm going to watch some films and forget about Liverpool Football Club. However, so you know how I don't like to swear on these sort of things because kiddies are watching and this, that and the other. Before I say this, I have all the respect in the world for Mo Salah. He's, in my opinion, other than Steven Gerrard, the best player that I've ever seen play for Liverpool Football Club. Right? I will do, yeah, don't you worry. I will definitely be having a chill night, more than a chill night. I respect Salah so much. He's one of the greatest people I've ever seen play for the football club. He's a lovely bloke, does a lot for the community, and you probably know where I'm going with this, and he's more than entitled to his opinion, but I am also entitled to my opinion. And that statement he came out with, I have never heard such self-aggrandizing shit as I have just read in that statement. The arrogance in the man's statement is breathtaking. Be a lot of Liverpool fans who are annoyed with me for saying this, but I'm entitled to my opinion just like Mo is. Some of those things that he said tonight are borderline ludicrous. What the hell does Harry Kane have to do with anything? I mean, what a ridiculous thing to come out with. The thing about the manager is, I mean, this comes across as Cristiano Ronaldo and Eric Ten Hag. My brother actually sent me that. Shout out to the bro, by the way. Gave me that comparison. I was wondering what he was on about at first, but I can completely see it now. The promises. I mean, what promises we're talking about? What even if you were playing like absolute shit, we're meant to play you every single week? No, we don't, Mo. I'm sorry. The reason that you've been dropped now. Do I think Arne Slot has handled this perfectly? No, not at all. Do I think the club have handled this perfectly? No, not at all. But the fact of the matter is, Mo Salah has been absolutely complete and utter garbage this season. That's why he is not playing. Milos Kerkez was rubbish at a period in the season. He's actually doing not too bad at the minute. He was taken out of the team. Ibu Kanate was he taken out of the team? I mean, I know he was very close to being, so I think he may have been dropped. I can't quite remember. Arne's taken Jarell Kwanzaa famously out of the team in the first game that he ever managed for Liverpool. It's not like Slot is only doing this to Mo Salah. So for him to claim that Slot is targeting him is I mean, I mean, honestly, I don't even know. I really don't have the words, quite honestly, which is not good for a streamer. I've never heard such nonsense in a statement. Honestly, seriously, my mind is completely blown. Completely blown. Let me have a look. Oh, hi, Mr. Corred. How you doing? You're all right, pal. Hey, mate. I'm really sad. Really, really sad. I don't know how to explain it. I don't care if he isn't playing well. I really don't want Salah to go. Yeah, to mystical. I don't want him to go over at all. And like I said, I'm not going to go on a rant about one of our greatest players that we've ever had in the club's history. I do like Mo, and he's a lovely bloke, truly lovely man. But he's got this massively wrong this evening. It's not. I could have understood if he'd been at the African Nations Cup and if he gave an interview then whilst he was away, saying, "Look, I'm glad I'm away because I'm not really thrilled about this." But to do it like literally, you're talking. He's done this. I mean, like I said, I was at the ground whilst he was doing this statement. I didn't realise because I was thinking at the time that I was there, I was actually here at the ground because I went to go and wave goodbye to the coach like a bit of a little weirdo, basically, because I couldn't get a ticket. Um, and I did like a live reaction down there. And I didn't realise that I was actually there at the time that Mo was giving this interview because he's given it to all the outlets. So obviously Sky have reported it. I mean, it's all over the place. It's in the Independent. I've read it in the Guardian and so on and so forth. Um, I the main reason that I'm angry with Mo tonight is not necessarily his opinion; it's the timing of his opinion. Um, we are in an absolute shambles of a state at the minute. I mean, Liverpool in general. To sum up how bad this has been, and if you check back, this is actually legitimately true. This is our best run of form that we've had since September. 2 draws and win. Best run, 5 points. I mean, that says it all, really. I mean, I'm not exactly jumping for the. I mean, frankly, to be honest, if you had offered me a free draw against Leeds this morning, as someone that lives in Leeds, I'm literally 10 minutes round the corner from the ground, as you've all just seen now. I would have ripped your hand off for it this morning. I thought we were going to get absolutely tonked because slightly selfish reasons because I'm actually going for a jolly boys' day out with all the boys. Shout out to them; they know who they are. And they're all Leeds United fans. Now, this is next Sunday. I thought to myself, I am going to get absolutely slaughtered if we get hammered, basically. So there is a tinge of relief that we didn't get hammered, but at the same time, you can't be 2-0 up in what was it, the 74th minute? When Ibu does that, I mean, what on? I mentioned this. So this is meant to be about Mo, but what on earth Ibu Kanate thinks he's doing with that challenge? I mean, the bloke was nowhere near the bloody goal. He literally just shepherded it out of play. He comes in. It was like a bloody UFC. It was like a takedown attempt at UFC. It was absolutely shambolic. You can't be 2-0 up in the 74th minute and draw a match 3-3 in the 74th minute. It's just bizarre. So this club, we've got a lot of problems going on at the minute, a boatload of problems that probably are going to take till the summer to resolve now because this is turning into a bit of a fiasco. And for Mo to just add this on, and I get it's his career, and he's Mo Salah is more than entitled to his opinion, and yes, I do agree with him. He has done a lot for the football club, a hell of a lot, and he's been the best player of the last 10 years. There's no doubt about it, but he says he loves the club and he loves the fans. I'm sure in his own way he does. This is not loving the club and loving the fans, Mo. This is literally the complete opposite of that. We are in the shit at the minute and we all need to try and pull together as fans. You've got fans arguing with each other and carrying on with each other. You've got people hating the manager who just wants the title. You've got people wanting to stay, people that want him to go. You've got we can't defend corners and so on and so forth. Blah 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 blah. And like Mo, if I could send a message to him, not that he'll watch my stream, I'm sure. I can't imagine he's on the coach back right now from Leeds. They should probably be back by now, actually. Shout out to the coach driver. But for him to do this now is completely and utterly inappropriate, and I think it's the height of arrogance, the height of rudeness. I'm sure Mo Salah does love the club, but I'm sorry, but he's let himself down badly tonight. And Arne Slot has to take huge responsibility for this as well. This should not be going public at all. They need to, I don't care what Mo and Arne are meant to be doing tomorrow. I'm sure they've probably got training because obviously we've got Inter Milan in 2 days' time. It doesn't even bear thinking about. they need to have a meeting like tomorrow, instantly, basically. Let's have a look. Mystical Red agreed. He thinks everything is aimed against him. Yeah, it comes across like that, Mystical. It really does. Corrupt. Hey, how's your day? Um, Not great, Corrupt. It was all right until about. My day was not going too badly up until about 25 past 7. And then we conceded a 97th minute equaliser, and now the greatest player in our club's history potentially now wants to leave the club. So yeah, not great at the minute. Gamer Gason, hi, you're all right, Gamer. Um, yeah, no, honestly, I am. I've got to be honest. I'm fuming, absolutely fuming with my. It's just it's completely and utterly inappropriate. This completely and utterly inappropriate. Like I said, I do blame the manager as well. Um, if Mo has these sort of feelings, obviously by process of elimination, even Arna has not managed the situation well because it's come to this. If you think about it, the club. I mean, as regards these promises, I mean, what promises are we on about? I mean, what was he expecting to start every single game, even when he was playing like shit? Like, Mo, you can't guarantee a player that. It's as simple as that. You simply cannot guarantee that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, folks, I usually prepare an agenda, but I'm just shooting from the hip tonight. In terms of what's coming up next, I mean, the week we've got coming up now is I mean, it's a shambles before it even begins. I mean, this needs to be taken care of now tomorrow. The players, I would imagine, will be leaving for Italy. What, Monday morning? Training in the afternoon, then Slot's got his press conference. What's the number one question going to be? I mean, honest to God, the fiasco this has caused is ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. Um, just off the top of my head, Salah could not be involved in that squad now. Certainly not against Inter Milan. It's too soon. This will not be resolved before Tuesday. And I mean, let's have it right. I mean, we're probably just about okay in the Champions League, but we could really do with getting a result because those teams in the Champions League are now catching us up. I mean, we've got 9 points. I mean, we should be okay with maybe another win, but that's enough to get us into the playoffs. We need 2 more wins just to get into the actual, what do you call it when it's not playoffs, directly into the last 16, basically, is what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not going to do that against Inter. You've got Lautaro Martinez and bloody Denzel Dumfries and people like that. They're going to absolutely rip us to shreds. I could see that being 4 or 5 nil to Inter Milan quite easily. And I mean, then the last thing that you need on a week like this is to face a team who you just simply cannot beat half the time. And we end the week playing Brighton. I mean, that's James Milner in the 95th minute, isn't it? I already know what the script is. Millie, 30 yards out, boom, 3-2 Brighton. Brighton, I would take a point. I mean, to be quite honest, you would have to make Brighton favourites. People can take the piss and laugh all they want to at that, but does anyone here think we will beat Brighton? I certainly don't think we're going to beat Brighton at all. It's just it's just a shambles, just like the season. I mean, the thing that Mo has done tonight just basically is just like the season in general. It's just a complete and utter shambles. As regards going forward, look, I mean, technically, strictly speaking, this is only a problem for the manager until what, next Sunday? I mean, if I'm being honest, if I'm the club, I'm ringing up Egypt now and saying, when does your training camp start? And if they say it starts on Tuesday, I'd actually be tempted to send Mo straight to Egypt and basically say, right, look, you go to Egypt, you win AFCON, hopefully for Mo's sake. I mean, you're talking the training camp's going to be what, 2 weeks. AFCON starts in what, 10 days, I think, something along them lines. Um, you hope that Mo goes all the way to the final. You're talking that's going to be back end of January. And then, as far as I'm concerned, you just say, right, you take 2 weeks off, you go and chill out in your house, one of your many houses, go on holiday with your family, be with your wife, be with your kids, do whatever you have to do. Um, and then you come back, and I would just say to Mo, we do not want to see you back until the first week of February. And then everyone can calm the F down. Hopefully, Liverpool can get themselves sorted out. Arda can have some discussions with whoever he needs to discuss. If there needs to be a managerial change, they do it while Mo's away. But even then, that's now a huge problem. Let's say, for argument's sake, FSG. Oh, hi Finn. Hi son. You're all right. I hope Salah won't leave. No, I hope not, Finn. But I don't. I don't think it looks good. I really don't. I mean, I shouldn't really be put. I shouldn't have really put what I put. Mo Salah wants to leave Liverpool, but I mean, to be honest, I mean, he does. He's not. It's not really a lie. But honestly, leaving is probably best for him right now. Well, possibly. I mean, like I said, my plan would be, I think Mo, his agent, FSG, Richard Hughes, whoever, Michael Edwards, Arne Slot, I think they all need to come together, release some form statement. I would just send Mo off to Egypt now, personally. He can go and be there. He's not on Merseyside for like however long, couple of weeks. He's at AFCON hopefully for 4 weeks, and then even if he gets knocked out, I would just say, right, you go on holiday for 2 weeks, because obviously we can't have him come straight back, and give him 2 weeks off, and I would just say, right, Mo, you do not return for training, let alone matches, until February. So maybe after the Newcastle game, I'm not sure what the fixtures are. Then I want to say maybe Villa or Everton or something like that. I'm not totally sure. I know we've got Karabag and Newcastle in like the same week or something. So maybe you get him back roughly for that sort of time. But I think AFCON's come at a very good time. Maybe as well, this is the plan. Maybe they were going to freeze Mo out after all this time. Maybe perhaps this is what they're talking about. Maybe they've just thought, you know what, we'll give the fans what they want. We'll give Mo his contract, but we will just start to we'll just start to wind his playing time down. I don't know. Maybe this has been a plan all along. Maybe it's the power play move from Hughes, Edwards, John Henry, Slot himself. Maybe it's some sort of WWE-esque plan to remove Mo Salah. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, it's not cool at all. But like I said, there's ways and means that you go about it. I don't think the club have handled it well. I don't think Arne Slot's handled it very well. And like I said, I think Mo Salah is in more than entitled to his opinion, but like in the state that the club is in, because this is the whole thing. It's about the team, it's about the fans, it's about the club. Mo Salah is not bigger than the football club, as he himself said. And I respect him as a man, I respect him as a bloke, and he's more than entitled to give his opinion, but there's a time and a place. And I wouldn't go as far as to say I've lost all respect for him, because that would be going way too far, but I have lost a degree of respect for him tonight, because what he's done tonight is completely ridiculous and completely uncalled for. But that's my rant and that's my opinion. And like I said, guys, if you disagree with me, fine. If you want to blame on the manager, fine. You want to blame it on the players, fine. And if you're a team Mo, not a problem at all. My opinion is my opinion. Like I said, I love Mo Salah, and I'm not going to start hating the bloke. It's always given me some of the best nights of my life. We once won the Premier League title without Mo Salah last season. He's an icon, and I will forever be grateful for what he's done for this football club. But look, you can't go around doing stuff like that, Mo. It's really, really poor, in my opinion. But I don't know. I do not know. Let me have a look. I'm not sure what that means. We know if we sell him, Saudi will give us about 600 million for. Well, fair if it's 600 million, mate, he's got to go. Simple as that. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing as well. You've got the whole Saudi. You've got the whole Saudi of it. I mean, like, is Mo Salah worth? I mean, basically, he's contracted to the football club for another 18 months, 17 months, whatever it is. Liverpool be more than within their rights to ask for between 80 and 100 million quid, even for a 33-year-old striker. If I don't know, if Al Nasser, for example, God, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Can you imagine Sadio Mane going mental, going, "You've got to be joking me." Mo Salah, Mane, and Ronaldo. Wow, that would be weird. Actually, excuse my ignorance, is Mane with Ronaldo? Have I got that right? Possibly. I don't know. But if I'm Liverpool, if Saudi Arabia come along while Mo's at AFCON and say how much, I'd just be cheeky with it and say 200 million quid. And if they said, well, that's outrageous, well, you've got the money, crack on. And if they said, well, we're not paying it, we turn around and say, well, you can't have him then. See ya. Basically, there we go. Dish something of the English, haha, that accent is extreme, I love it. Oh, thank you, yeah. It's slightly brummy. Slightly brummy English, dude. Ops on SmackDown. Oh, opinions on SmackDown. Well, Finn, like I said, my schedule has gone to shit, basically, excuse my language, because obviously, I usually do the late night SmackDown show on Friday, because I'm now back at work after my whole dalliance with madness in the summer. I'm trying to fit in everything, like, I know this sounds ridiculous, like normal human being things like going to the gym, seeing my mother, going to see my brother, going to the pub with the lads, going to work, doing live streams, whereas all I was doing was live streams when I was off work, and now it's like, whoa, 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 what is all this? Who are all these people? I can't do all this at the same time. Basically, long story short, the whole thing's gone to shit, basically. So, but I did watch SmackDown. Thoughts on? I suppose Gunther was the right choice. I'm a bit disappointed in the tournament overall. I didn't think it was necessarily what I was expecting. What else happened on SmackDown? I like the fact the Terror Twins are back. I really hope that Damien can get a bit of a rub off that. To be honest, I'm here for Damien Priest, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. That would be absolute quality. Like Terror Twins plus Io Sky would be. I mean, I'm guessing it's a one match and done. But yeah, no, I'd definitely be here for that. Maybe this whole thing with the Judgment Day now, because you've got the whole Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan angle, and Judgment Day looks like their noses have been put out of joint. Maybe they can reform with Rhea and Priest, but I mean, then again, does Rhea Ripley need the Judgment Day? I would probably say not, because she's like, I mean, legitimately, when Cena goes, she's probably the biggest star in the company, not far off, along with Punk and Rhodes. But I mean, you're talking in terms of people who are part timers. Obviously, Roman and Brock are huge, but I mean, they're there for a couple of months a year, maybe. So I'm trying to think who else was on SmackDown. The MFTs. Do you know what? Actually, I quite like the promo from Solo. Dare I say, I actually enjoyed his match against Gunther as well. I'm not going to start saying I'm going to become a Solo Sikoa fan though, because as you know, I'm not a massive fan of his or the MFTs, but I'm quite interested in them versus the Wyatt family. That does look quite cool. I like the Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes match. I thought that was decent. I'm just desperately trying to think who else was on. The Jade Cargill match was just a load of nonsense. And yeah, Gunther and LA Knight was really good. I feel a bit for LA Knight because he's just not. He doesn't get title shots. He doesn't get to be main events. He didn't win this. I do feel a bit sorry for the guy, but maybe his time will come. I don't know. Maybe he'll win at WrestleMania. PS3. What do you think of Gunther being seen as last opponent? Well, instead of talking about what Mo's done this evening, Um, what do you think of going for being so? Sorry, Pisper, I'm just going to answer this. This is my favourite homosexual channel. Um, just in case you aren't being sarcastic, my friend, I have a wife and a son upstairs. Thanks. But I also have friends who are gay people, and I am here for LGBTQ plus community people who are more than welcome to watch my channel. So I hope that answers the question. Um, yeah, the Jesus stuff, guys, as well. I, if you, like I said, you're more than entitled to be religious and stuff. I am not religious, but I respect everyone's right to an opinion, but I don't get involved in that sort of thing. Thank you. Right, PS3. What do you think of Gunther being seen as last opponent? Um, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. PS3. I like Gunther a lot. I think he's going to be one of the big stars now, and I get why they've got to push him because it's going to be Gunther, Joe Hendry, Bron Breakker, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, Rhea Ripley, maybe even someone like a Chelsea Green. This, that, and the other, and they are going to be the new wave of your well, not new stars, obviously, but they're going to be your big stars going forward. I think WWE's got a massive problem coming down the pike because obviously Cena's gone, Roman looks like he's getting into the acting a hell of a lot more. Brock's going to be near 50 soon. How long is he going to want to do it? Punk's 47. I don't get me wrong, Punk can still go, and he looks absolutely brilliant. But I get the feeling with CM Punk. I'm guessing by the time he turns 50, he's going to go. Do you know what? That's me done. I could be wrong. He might go till he's 60 for all I know. But AJ Styles is obviously leaving, so they've got to build the new stars. It's going to be a bit like when Austin and The Rock left, or like when I don't know Hogan and Ultimate Warrior left back in the day. Um, yeah, and that's when they're going to start massively chasing AEW talent. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Maxwell Jacob Freeman in a WWE ring in the next 2 years. In fact, to be honest, I'd be astonished if he wasn't working for WWE by that point. But hey, I could be wrong. Again, yes, religion, cool. Yes. Yeah, do you know what, Guy? I'm really not in the mood for that. So yeah, yeah, folks. Like I said, not really in the mood to be honest. And like I said, guys, like I said, you can all be religious. That's absolutely fine. But if this is a thing, if it's meant to be a humorous thing, please go and do it with someone else. Cool, nice one. I watch Raw live every week, but I don't watch SmackDown instead. Oh, Finn, honestly, it's been absolutely bloody wretched for about, I'd say easily for the last 2 or 3 months. It's been really diabolically poor. There was a SmackDown a while ago. I did put a video out. I presume you guys would have seen it, which I called the worst wrestling show that potentially I'd ever seen. I can't remember what it was. It was about 2 months back, and honestly, it was utter and complete garbage. I've never seen such an appalling show put together. It's actually got a little bit better, to be fair, recently SmackDown. But I mean, I think it's. I'm not going to say it's terrible by design, but it does kind of look like it's terrible by design, basically. And I'm just like, why are you making a show that is basically rubbish? You know what I mean? I think obviously because Raw is the baby, that's the one on net. That is the Netflix flagship one. That's where they've got Punk, Rhea, Bron Breakker, Heyman, and so on and so forth. Bronson Reed and blah 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 blah. Yeah, they've got to protect Raw, I suppose, but the star power is really low on SmackDown. To be honest, it's. But I'm bordering on watching NXT. Oh, I've just reminded myself. Am I right in thinking NXT is on this evening? Let me just have a look. Also, Randy Orton. He's definitely another one. PS3. He's definitely because I mean, if Cena's what is Cena 50, 49, something like that. I mean, Orton was roughly the same time. Orton's got to be. He's got to be 48, surely. So I've just seen. I, I've just seen. I've just gone to put my Netflix on, and the first thing that's come up is Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Oh my good God Almighty! From someone whose dad let him watch Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno in Tokyo in '87. Yes, I am that old. Um, for me, 38 years later, to be watching Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul is. I don't even have the words, to be quite honest. Um, I'm just having a look, guys, just to see if NXT. Does anyone know if NXT is on this evening? Because I read somewhere randomly there was some. Is there like a pay per view or something? Like, is it called Barricade or something like that? Or have I just made this up? Am I having a fever dream because of Mo Salah? By the way, guys, if anyone is joining, if you're wondering why I'm not talking about Mo Salah, it's I've given up and I'm talking about pro wrestling now because I actually wish I'd just done the bloody pro wrestling show. Quite honestly, it is as well. We've got NXT. No Phoenix on there, mate. By the looks of it. It just says happening now. Watch light. Do you know what? I might watch that for a bit actually. Um, oh, Finn, that's all right, dude. If you need to get off, don't worry about it. It's nice to speak to you again as per usual. Yeah, Finn, it is on in 3 minutes' time. I've got no idea about who's on it. But I can watch Deadline with a couple of beers. To be fair play. Unless it's one of these that's on for 2 nights on the bounce. I don't know. I don't usually watch NXT because anyway, the point of me talking about NXT was, I think I'm borderline might start watching NXT instead of SmackDown. I mean, I'd like to watch NXT as well. I'd like to do like live streams on TNA and NXT as well, but honestly, I just do not have the time, unfortunately. Cardi 55. Hi, Cardi. Nice to speak to you again. Hey, mate, playing some Ark Raiders. Got you rambling in the background to keep me sane. Me to keep you sane. Cardi, I wouldn't listen to me to keep me sane. I've just been off work for the last 6 months with depression. So, but I take the point. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Let's have a look. NXT deadline tomorrow night. I think. Yeah, no, it looks like it's on now. Finn, to be honest. Aren't they doing Oberfemi and starts to see who? That was the other thing, Hardy. Yeah. When I saw SmackDown, that was the one thing I forgot actually. I think there's meant to be. I think Bailey's at NXT tonight. And I think they said someone else. I think that Mello might be there as well. Um, yeah. I mean, I like NXT. I mean, I'm guessing Joe Hendry will turn up. I really like Ethan Page, by the way. He's one of my suggestions to go to SmackDown. I think they will end up doing huge talent raid of NXT to cover the lack of talent on SmackDown. Not lack of talent, that's rude, but like you've got Jordan Grace, you've got Ethan Page, you've got Obafemi, you've got Blake Monroe, you've got all these really good. Sol Ruka, she's really good. The red haired lady whose name I forget who wrestles with Sol Ruka. She's awesome as well, despite the fact I've forgotten her name. Trick Williams, obviously, I wouldn't be surprised at all if you're talking this time next year. I reckon 6 or 7 of these guys are going to be permanently on SmackDown. You've got I was going to say the jumping guy as well because I can't remember his name. Dreadlocks. What is his name? I've literally just seen him against Gunther. It's completely gone. You'll probably know what I mean, but yeah, folks. To be honest, like I said, I'm not going to be on too long. I need to go and get some food and have some wine or whatever alcohol we've got because the thing with Salah today is pretty much finished me off. It's so far from being cool. It's unreal. Like I said, top line thoughts again. Yeah, I'm just going to call it like it is. I'm pretty appalled at Mo's behaviour. I really am. Like I said, the bloke's grown man. He's the one in the situation, not me, and he's entitled to conduct himself how he seems fit. I don't disagree with Mo doing what he's done. I disagree with him doing it at the time when the club desperately needs to sort itself out because we are in deep, deep shit at the minute. We really, really are. Um, I would put. We're in such deep crap. Basically, I would. If someone offered me now, came in and said, right, you the next 24 league games, how many we've got left? I can guarantee you'll win 11 of them. You'll draw, I don't know, three, and you'll lose seven or something, whatever it would end up being. Um, and that you will finish in seventh place and get your Europa League spot. I think I would actually be, I know this sounds really unambitious, I would actually turn around and say, do you know what, for this season, deal. Let's write this season off and we'll just go again, to be honest. Um, but yeah, for Mo to raise like I said, if he'd done it whilst to be on African nations duty, then fine, fair enough. But to raise it now and then it's like, I mean, Slot's press conference is going to be must see now. It's going to be absolutely bloody. I mean, I'm sure Slot will glide through it because he doesn't give a toss about that sort of thing. I'm sure he won't even phase him. But I mean, at the same time, it's not exactly helpful to the bloke either. Um, and he's been badly let down by his team against tonight and not praising the manager for every single thing. But Arne Slot could not. He can't help go on this pitch and head the ball for Ryan Gravenberg, who then slips on his arse, tries to hand the ball, falls over, and lets Tanaka get shot in on goal. He can't do that. What are you expecting the man to do at the end of the day? So, yeah, it's this season is pretty rubbish, and to be honest, one of the good things about next year is this season will be coming to an end, basically. I think to be because the season usually finishes on my birthday in and around there. I will be jumping for joy. I think when this season finishes, compared to last season, which was awesome. Obviously, it's won the title. This has been absolute, utter, and complete garbage. And I'll leave you on that positive note. Let's have a look. Cardi, I watched the TNA shows, but I just skipped through quite a bit. Big Henry fan, although I am Scottish, so it's a bias. Oh, dude, like I say, I love Joe. I think he's brilliant. Um, I'm hoping to, because the TNA have been talking about doing house shows back in the UK again, because I used to go to UK house shows for TNA, so obviously I got to see Kurt Angle, Robert Roode, Drew McIntyre when he was in there. Who else did I see? Hogan I saw live once. Flair I saw. The original, well, Motor City Machine Guns, Shelley and I forgot his bloody name now. I've completely forgotten the other guy's name. Yes, this is the wonder of having depression for 6 months and trying to get all your memories. Um, but yeah, no, I used to love the TNA. Mr. Anderson as well. He was quality. Yeah, I used to love watching TNA. Like I said, I'd love to. I watch as much as it ever can do, but to be honest, Cardi, I'm the same as you. I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm struggling to like get back into the way the world works at the moment. To be honest, so adding even more stuff that I need to watch is just not particularly helpful. To be honest, at the minute. Swig of water. Let's have a look. Claudia again. I understand the fans being fed up with Slot, but I watched that game today at 2-0. You can't blame the manager for Bosa's. But no, yeah, I know. I completely agree, Cardi. He's been thrown on the bus, mate. Completely thrown under the bus, Arna. Do I think the manager's got every single thing right? No, of course he hasn't. I mean, he's made some horrendous, absolutely bizarre decisions. I mean, I can't remember where it was, but in one of our many losses this season, there was a point where Rio Ingamoa, and I forget which match it was, I couldn't believe my eyes. He was playing in central midfield. And I'm looking, and I'm like, am I looking at this right? And I was like, yeah, no, he's playing in central midfield. A 17-year-old lad who's like a forward. I'm what is that all about? You know what I mean? So, yeah, yeah. So the manager is also guilty as well. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's Javon Evans. That was him. He's just turned up. Yeah, Javon Evans. Very very cool. Oh, Mr. Hendry. Let's have a look. Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. They're just showing it now. There he is. Say his name and he'll appear. Oh, that's done it then. If Joe Hendry's on tonight, I'm staying up and watching it. This was the night I was meant to get sleep as well. Do you know if the Mo Salah thing hadn't actually happened, my plan was to literally get into bed with Empire magazine, as in the film magazine, before anyone says anything, uh, and read a graphic novel. And I was going to be in sleep around this time, and I was going to get 8 hours sleep. And yeah, I don't think that's going to happen now, to be honest. There we go. I've been lucky enough to watch both Hendry and Drew wrestle for ICW here in Glasgow. See him doing so. I've always wanted to see the ICW. It does sound really, really good. I love the thing with what's is the lad's name Grado or Greedo. I remember him because I saw him in TNA at a house show, and I think he had a match with Drew actually. Possibly. I'm sure it was Greedo. But yeah, he was really, really good. And I've seen some bits and pieces and stuff. I mean, we're actually thinking of coming to Scotland at some point next year, me and the wife and the lad, because he's not been to Scotland before. I do have an ulterior motive as well, which my missus worked out. She was just like, hang on, wait a minute. And I was like, yes, dear. You know, if we go to Scotland, I was like, yes, dear. Are you going to be going to bloody football grounds and doing live streams from? It's like, no, dear, the thought hadn't occurred to me. Uh, and she was just like, you're going to try and go to all these bloody football grounds, aren't you? And leave me and lad on their own. Yes. I mean, no. Oh, crap. So, yeah, so that might be happening next year as well. I don't know where we're going to be going. Like, I think the wife wants to go to Edinburgh. But yeah, I don't know why I'm telling you about our holidays, but still, never mind. Let me have a look. Welcome back, Finn. Welcome back. Something sleep. I'm not going to repeat that. I don't usually watch NXT, but tonight I'm watching NXT line with you. Oh, thank you very much, Finn. Like I said, Finn, to be honest, I'm gonna watch a little bit of it. I'm gonna go and get some food in a minute and get something to drink. So I think I might watch the Oberfemi match, and I think that might be me done because I can see the eyes going now. And yeah, and Mo Salah has basically just destroyed my sanity, to be honest. But there we go. Yes, it's on Netflix. Grado and Hendry were tagged. Were they? Oh, cool, nice one. Yeah, we've got Ricky Saints at the minute. Yeah, it's Saints versus Oberfemi. Obviously, I've got it on mute because I can't be playing NXT music through here because I don't think WWE would be hugely impressed if it was coming through. So yeah, I've got it on mute at the minute. It's still weird to me as an AEW fan looking at what was Ricky Starks as Ricky Saints for WWE. It's just really odd. It would kind of be like for me now if Swerve Strickland ever came back to WWE, because obviously he was in that Hit Row thing in Netflix, in NXT, and obviously I love Swerve. He's really good, and that, technically, strictly speaking, I mean Swerve Strickland would be one of the best wrestlers in WWE by an absolute country mile now at the minute. I mean, you're talking at least in their top 5 for me. That's how highly I rate Swerve. But the same thing when Ospreay ever went to WWE, I'd just be very. I think Ospreay's probably at the right place for AEW because I just don't think he would be used correctly by WWE. I definitely think Maxwell Jacob Friedman will end up at WWE because he's perfect for them. He's absolutely perfect for them, and I can see him being a very big star. Wow, what's Mike Rome done to his hair? Look at the state of that. He looks like he's been given an electric shock. What's that on his head? How strange. So yeah, guys, basically, like I said, just to wrap this up, I hope you enjoy NXT and stuff. If you guys are going to watch it, like I said, I can actually feel myself getting sleepy now, so I might actually just end this. To be completely honest, I've already done like an hour and a half today as it is, and I was on yesterday for the wretched World Cup draw for nearly 2.5 hours. So yes, pretty tired. By the way, the World Cup draw, I mean, that was, again, I'm going to do one more swear bomb. That was the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen such utter and complete fawning garbage as that. It was just. I'll try and. Oh dear, the referee's just held the belt up, but he's held it upside down. That's not cool. Um, I'll just leave this comment where it lies. There was a point where I thought Gianni Infantino and the President of the United States, whose name I'm not going to mention, I thought someone was going to have to shout, "Get a room" to them. It had got that cringeworthy, to be honest. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was pretty gross, to be honest. So yeah, but I'm delighted for the mighty Ghana, of course. I've not actually got my wristband on. I've usually got my wristband on, but yes, mighty Ghana. There's my pendant. Yeah. Cardi, 2 a.m. for two of the three Scotland goes. Well, Cardi, I'm assuming I will be getting your support as a Ghanaian against a certain football team that we will be playing. Because I'm not getting a lot of support from a lot of people. Yeah, no, obviously it was a British Ghanaian. I'm absolutely delighted with the draw. Because it's a bit different for me because it's just cool Ghana being at the World Cup, you know what I mean? It's kind of you want to see them play against the best even if they're going to lose. So, what colour am I? Brown, I hope. Um, yeah, I'd, what was I going to say? Okay, that's a weird question. Um, I would have quite liked Ghana to have played Brazil, to be honest, but Scotland are the unlucky ones from what I'm given to understand. I actually think Scotland qualified, to be honest, Cardi, because they've got, who is it, Morocco and Haiti? I mean, people were going mental about Morocco yesterday. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've got some very good players, but I don't think Scotland should be particularly fear. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I take your point, Cardi. I definitely take your point. Because they obviously played really well in the last World Cup as well. Um, yes, let's get rid of him. Yeah, I think it's getting to that time, dude. It's getting to that time. We're getting all the crazies out. Whoops, Daisy. Um, yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I mean, Scotland haven't been in the. Oh, was it? Am I right in thinking it was 1998, the last time Scotland were in the World Cup? I think I was at college in Derby. 98, yeah, I thought it was, yeah. Yeah, because that tournament was awesome because it was when I'd first gone to college. It was after my old fellow died, actually. It was when Mike Chloe scored that thingy goal against the Argentinians. I remember that being a really good tournament, actually. Um, yeah, no, I think Scotland will qualify, to be honest. I mean, they should batter Haiti. Obviously, you've got to treat them with respect, obviously, it goes without saying. But Brazil might be a bit of a stretch for Scotland. Sorry, that's the politest thing I could say. But like England would struggle against Scotland at the end of the day, so I'm sure so would Ghana. What the hell is Ricky Saints doing? I I have no idea what the hell that actually was. Um, but yeah, Morocco. No, it'd be difficult, definitely difficult. But I reckon Scotland could. I could definitely think they could get 4 points. So there we go. Not a fan of the 48 team World Cup until I realised we could qualify for. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. David McMahon. Foot very boring. Football boring? Or foot very boring? Okay, fair enough. Well, that's absolutely fine, David, because as I say, I am going off to have a drink, have a takeaway, and then go to Betty Pies because I'm very, very tired now. So you can be bored somewhere else, my friend. Yeah. So, folks, top line headline. Obviously, like I said, this has turned into a wrestling show now, but yeah, Mo Salah doesn't like Liverpool apparently anymore and wants to leave. And yeah, I'm not really best pleased about it, to be honest. Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. This was a bit unscheduled. Sorry, it's not exactly. I pretty much called this one in the ring tonight. So yeah, thanks for everyone to coming out as usual. Thank you, Cardi. It's been lovely speaking to you again, my friend. Thank you very much, Finn. You were awesome. And yeah, everyone else who's tuned in, that's been really kind of you. I've been covering Liverpool for about 4 or 5 hours now, and I'm going to watch something else because I'm pretty much Liverpooled in, I've got to be honest. Yeah, good night to you, Cardi, as well. I will do, mate. I will do. Like I said, to be honest, Cardi, if I can't see me watching the whole thing. What I'll do is I'll probably watch this match, maybe another one, and then I'll just watch the rest tomorrow on Netflix and enjoy it from there. Because my son likes Joe Hendry as well, actually, so I'll show it to him. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, cheers, mate. You too as well. Right, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday evening or early Sunday morning, whatever it is now. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you for another live stream probably tomorrow or the day afterwards, I think. Whenever Mo Salah decides it's convenient. Anyway, that was a spectacular way to go out. I definitely need to go to bed. Right, guys, I'll see you all later.